Hi folks, my name is Fernando and I'm the founder of this organization, the Mexican Coin Club, along with Bill Siegel. Tonight I have a presentation and it is about the commemorative Mexican 20 pesos. We're talking about modern this time. And in this case, this is actually a continuation of a presentation that I made nearly 10 years ago or so. I ended an amended presentation by stating what's possibly in store for Mexican numismatics. And this was about 5 years ago or so. Now, one thing I did mention about what's in store for the 21st century of Mexican numismatics, and that is the more commemoratives are supposed to be coming out. Better deterrent actually on coins, especially, and this is for anti-counterfeiting purposes. Same thing with the currency, which many of y'all know, they use polymer notes in Mexico. And of course, when it comes to the Mexican numismatics, there has been a huge growth in participation by newer collectors now. Now, there's a couple of drawbacks on all this, and that is the risk of the flooding of commemoratives on the market by Mexico, just like they did with just like in the U.S. with the postage stamps. It's flooded to a point in which no one really collects it anymore, and of course, driving the market down in pricing. Also, there is a risk of weakening the Mexican peso to a point in which it becomes unattractive to other markets, and we're talking about economic markets. And of course, more things coming out, meaning possibly more fantasy coins or counterfeit coins being put out in the market. And then of course, biggest thing for a collector, and that is the lack of informative material. And some of y'all did get a handout in this group talking about that, so I apologize for the dark. It looks great in color, but the updated one will be much better on this one, and it'll be in color, by the way, folks. But again, this is actually again a continuation of a presentation that I made several years ago about the Nuevo Peso reform. And
did you post this as a PDF on the Facebook in the files section?
I think I can, yeah. And I'll try and do one for the old.
That would be cool.
That's a big file now.
Cool.
And of course,
Pictures are awesome.
yeah, because now I have to include going back to the Nuevo Peso reform. I made a presentation many years ago, and I've included each president and their ups and downs on inflation, and I have not added AMLO. When it came to the current Mexican peso, a lot of markets call it the super peso, but that's a different presentation. Tonight, it's all about the commemorative 20 pesos. Originally, I had talked, like I said, originally I had talked about the Nuevo Peso reform of 1992. And hey, look at my child there. Okay, originally I had talked about the original, the Nuevo Peso reform of 1992, and the historical and economic study building up on that one. Since then, 5 years later or so, there's been a major change in Mexican circulating currency, and especially banknotes and the coinage. A lot of commemoratives started coming out, and in fact, some of the Mexican circulating notes even have won awards internationally. One thing about the Mexican 20 peso, it's basically almost equivalent to the US dollar. At the current moment, as of late November 2023, we're looking closer to about almost $1.25. All right. One thing about the note itself, Mexico has announced that they are going to be phasing out the Mexican 20 peso. And that is because of cost and also counterfeiting. The note is going to be completely phased out by the year 2025. And to replace this, comes in the coinage, the 20 peso coin. Why? Everyone knows coins will last longer than notes. Even though the Mexican notes are polymer, they will still outlast and the cost is much better. One thing about this talk is about the collecting the 20 pesos, starting with the Nuevo Peso of 1992. Everyone remembers the N being placed in front of the denomination, 20 pesos, 20 Nuevo Pesos. According to Banco de Mexico, there are actually 3 current classes of coin series. The first one is Class B, and then that's where the 20 Nuevo Peso falls into place. Then there is Class C, and then finally Class C1. Mexico likes to keep everything in certain phases, including the currency, the notes. The Class C1 is of 2023 and of late 2022. The first, of course, with the Nuevo Peso, as mentioned, is the letter N in front of the denomination. And of course, that is Don Miguel Hidalgo y Costilla. The 20 Nuevo Peso is Class B, or Familia B in Spanish, or Familia B. Class C coins begin to honor and celebrate anniversaries. The series starts off with the year 2000, and the coin marks off with the inscription Nuevo Fuego, meaning new fire. The fire is being handled by, of course, an Aztec deity, and from there.
Emily.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hi. Okay. So anyway, going back to the Nuevo Pesos. All right, as I mentioned, the 20 peso, Nuevo Peso was a Class B. Class C starts off with the year 2000. Of course, everyone's celebrating 2000. And so does Mexico with the Señor del Fuego, Cambio del Milenio. And that actually got issued April of 2000. Then there was another series that they started going into. That's the Octavio Paz. Again, another Cambio del Milenio. This one was also April of 2000. And they, of course, some popularity with this one. Didn't circulate as much. And then they started going into another series. Again, they still honor Octavio Paz for the third coinage. And that's the 20º aniversario de la entrega del premio Nobel de Literatura a Octavio Paz. Basically honoring the Octavio Paz's receiving of the Nobel Prize for Literature. That is issued March of 2011. As time progresses, Mexico starts issuing out a couple more because, again, people are beginning to get take notice, but doesn't circulate as much. And what they start going into, they start thinking about going to the next coin, which is honoring another anniversary. That's the 100th anniversary of the Ejército Mexicano, the Mexican Army. That's of August of 2013. Same year, 2013, but late in November, they also issue out another 20 peso coin. This is for the 150th anniversary del Natálico y 100 aniversario del Estadio Domínguez. So there's 2 coins being issued in 2013. Then they go into another coin number 7, Centenario de Gesta Heroica de Veracruz, August 2014. Another one in September of 2014, Centenario, another century of the taking of Zacatecas. October 2014, they also do another decree, issuing out the Fuerza Aérea Mexicana, Mexican Air Force. Yeah, they actually have an Air Force. I'm so surprised that they even have a Mexican Army and a Navy, but they have it. So now they start going into other coinage. Jose Maria Morelos y Pavon. Jose Morelos, December of 2015. This is actually the anniversary of his death. Then they start doing another coin. This is Centenario de la promulgación de la Constitución Política de los Estados Unidos Mexicanos del 5 de febrero de 1917. Yeah, easy for me to say. February 17th, February 5 of 2017. Anniversary, 100th anniversary of the Mexican Constitution. That's basically after the Mexican Revolution. Another coin that they started issuing out, and that is for in July of 2017. The Plan DN3. If you go to Numista, you'll see these. I will highly recommend go to Numista. And then, of course, there's another anniversary coin, 50th anniversary of the Plan Marina, basically Mexican Marines, Navy. So they do that one. Lots of little coins, but they're just those very sporadic, just short issues.
How many do they typically issue per?
Almost like 2 every other year.
But what's the coinage for each one? How many are minted?
They don't, I actually did not get that specification. But, and even in Numista, I haven't had a chance to actually get deeper into this. Right now, my presentation, what I'm trying to do is bring the focus.
Oh, wait.
And then I'll let you, as a collector, because this is not going to be my specialty. No, my specialty would be Mexican 5 and 10 centavo republic. But again, that's a different story. See, pointing at you. All right, but good question, senor. Good question. Definitely go to Numista. I think they have a better information than any of the North American coins and prices, which stopped. There you go. Did I post it in there?
Some of them have.
Okay, awesome. Apparently my handout does have it. I don't have
Some.
it up here. And that's actually a copy, cut and paste. So it's directly from them.
14 million.
So,
It goes anywhere from 2.5 to 25.
and of course,
Simulation fees, right?
now one thing about the Class B and the Class C coins, they're all 32 millimeter in width. And now the Class C1, my other child. And hello, sir. Give me a hit. Give me a high five. There you go. There you go.
Well,
And then of course, the Class B and Class C, circular in design on the rim. Nothing special. They're all 32 millimeter. But when it goes into the Class C1, that's when they Casa Banseco starts talking about adding anti-counterfeiting features.
Oh, they do the holographic.
They do the holographic. Of course, you're not going to see it on this little. There you go. You won't see it well, but again, go to the websites. You'll find it. As a collector, as a numismatist, it's up to you
Get the coin.
to search. But basically, they're adding anti-counterfeiting features, micro printing, holographic issues. Even on the outside rim of the coin itself, on the rim, there's special markings. There's some sections that are readed, some sections that are not readed, and they skip. And of course, they also have. It's not completely round, but 12 faces. 12 sides.
Dodecahedron.
Dodecahedron, correct. Again, Banco de Mexico has information about all those anti-counterfeiting series. Now, going to the C1 class. Again, they continue with more 20 pesos, commemorating. There's a lot of anniversaries coming up, and we're talking about 500-year anniversaries. One for April of 2020, they issue out a commemorative for the founding of Veracruz. April 2021, and they issue out another coin for the death of Zapata. Then they issue out another coin in the year 2021, commemorating the 700 years of the founding of Mexico City under the name of Tenochtitlan. Now, again, more anniversaries. Yeah, tons of anniversaries in Mexico. Bicentennial of 2021. They also issue out in 2022 the arrival of the Mennonites. And then in 2022, 200th anniversary, Marina Armada de Mexico. And then finally, the most recent coin, October of 2023, the 200th anniversary of the Colegio Militar, Military College. Now, one thing I did post on my little handout that I gave to the guys here is a series of coins that are coming out or have come out. Some of them we'll talk about the first 20 peso, Nuevo Peso, being with the center silver. The next one, of course, they're all brass ring, aluminum, and copper nickel centers. I've heard of them being punched out. But the Class B and Class C, they're a little harder to come by, especially in higher grades. They're definitely beginning to command a price. And then also in Mexico, there's albums coming out. Of course, the thing about the albums out in Mexico, they're all basically meant to be punched in like the old Whitman albums. You punch in the coin itself. Of course, if you get a nice high grade coin on these, I probably wouldn't want to do it because the coin itself and the metal itself will definitely easily tarnish. They will start darkening up. But again, all the B class and then C class early coins, they come in a higher price. Some of them will be about a $10. And this is one thing I want to focus on is the starting prices on some of these. If you're a newbie to the field of Mexican numismatics, if you want to start collecting a field, this might be an easy one to work on. It is doable to complete. It's just the early ones will command a little bit better price, and especially the silver. They're usually about $50 for that 20 peso as we speak, but the other ones, high grade, will be about 25 and higher. In fact, I've seen some of them go as high as $60 already in a higher grade, uncirculated grade. But circulated ones, you can get them for about as low as $10. Now, going into the new class, the C1, that's the one in which they're beginning to do a lot more anniversaries. Those, you can get them for as low as $5 to $10 for uncirculated ones. And right now is actually now that the Mexico has announced that they're going to get rid of their 20 peso, you're going to see a lot more 20 pesos start coming out. What are they going to design? I don't know. But there's going to be something else coming out, or they might just keep one design and just do the same thing like they do with the 1, the 2, the 5, and the 10. They'll just have some kind of Aztec design or symbolism on them. Who knows what they're going to do. Okay? But again, something to start off with for a beginner. This is an easy area to start off, easily doable. Can you complete this? Yes. They did try to do circulating commemoratives with the 10, and again, that's a different story. And also the 5 with the back in 2010 with the 5 peso when they did the War of Independence heroes and then the Revolutionary heroes. That didn't take off as much, but it's still popular. In fact, seems like there's going to be a new wave coming up on collecting that series as well soon. Guys, if you want more information, I definitely highly recommend 2 things. Getting the North American Coins and Prices book. Yes, they're very expensive, even though it's a $25 book. But because there's new publishers for this series, the books are going as high as $200 for the 2019 series, 2020.
Oh my
if
God,
they even
you're
have.
kidding me.
No, they are expensive. 200 for a $25 book. Even though it says $22 on it, 99 cents. Yes, they're commanding a very high price.
Is it a Krause book?
Penguin Publishing. they took
I think a friend
Cross.
bought
Cross was bought out.
Yeah.
They went bankrupt.
Yeah, and then someone else started doing it, and then so prices have gone up high on that only because of that. There's a scarcity. I think
I've got
somebody.
2 or 3 of these things.
Yeah. 2018s are not easy to find. If you find one, you're probably gonna see it as $50. But again, definitely buy the book. But also check out Numista. It's awesome, great information. They have great links on it, going to even to Banco de Mexico, or even it even has links going to current sales for some of these coins. But again, if you want to start off with something new, this is a good little area. In Mexican markets, they sell the holders, and it's beautiful. Very artistic holders, but they're pricey. One empty album is about $50-$60. Yes. So
Yeah, I tried to buy one
Yeah.
in Mexico City back in April.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't even sell it to me.
wow.
They had it displayed and they wouldn't sell it.
Wow. I was very
To
fortunate
the
enough
gringo, they wouldn't sell it.
back years ago, I think 15, 20 years ago, when the 100 peso series came out, someone actually sold me a pair of the 100 peso coin album that looks like a dance go with the slides and everything.
Nice.
A full set of those, one book, is going for about $1,100 now.
That series is getting popular.
Yeah, but a lot of modern Mexican is getting popular. Aside from the bullion series, now it's going into the circulating series, because I think Mexico really actually does produce, and even the notes. There's a 50 peso note with the a little creature salamander axolotl thing with the little with the little feathery things. That's a popular note. In high grades, they are active on eBay and other websites. So again, folks, if you like, if you want to start something, if you want to start collecting something new, or you want your kids to collect something rather, I would say, inexpensive or affordable, try the 20 peso series. That's going to be a lot of, there's a lot of information about that. Like I said, Numista and the North American Coins and Prices. But try that series out, the 20 peso. Nice large coin, almost the size of a $50, and very artistic. Lots of history, and especially you start digging into it. Folks, check us out. Hopefully Mexican Coin Company or any of these other might also offer something for sale for you as well. All right. Thank you, and thank you for letting me talk to you and make you go.
Thank you, Fernando.